So in this video we're going to look at the remainder and factor theorem. So this topic usually comes in paper 2 and it's on question 4 every year. So the first thing that you need to know here is finding the remainder when given the polymer expression. So let me show you how to find the remainder. We have the example here which says find the remainder when 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7 is divided by a x minus 1, b 2x plus 1. So I repeat the question again. Find the remainder when 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7 is divided by a x minus 1, b 2x plus 1. So let's see how we can find the remainder. So our solution begins here. Solution. So first of all, we're going to rewrite the polymer given. So the polymer given is 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7. So part A says that when it is divided by x minus 1. So the first stage that we need to take here, it's finding the value of x. So how can you find the value of x? Don't worry, I'll show you. So when you want to find the value of x, we need to equate this dividend to 0 so that we find the value of x. So x minus 1 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 1. So this is the value of x, and we have been told that this value of x, when it's divided in this polymer, it leaves a certain remainder which we don't know. So by finding the value of x, we're now going to replace it into this polymer given so that we find the remainder which we have been told to find. So the second stage is just replace this value of x into this polymer where there is x. So I'm going to write 8. Remember, where there is x, we replace with the values that we have found, which is 1 cubed minus 4 1 squared plus 6 1 plus 7. So 8 1 cubed, it's 1, minus 4 1 squared, it's 1, plus 6 open bracket 1 plus 7. 8 multiplied by 1, it's 8. Any number multiplied by 1, it's any number itself. Minus negative 4 multiplied by 1, it's negative 4. Plus 6 multiplied by 1, it's 6, plus 7. 8 minus 4, it's 4, plus 6 plus 7, this is 13. 4 plus 17, or plus 4 plus 13, it's 17. So 17 was the remainder. So 17 was the remainder on this polymer. So apart from this method, we also have the second method, which is called long division method. So let me show you how to handle this kind of question with the second method. So I'm going to answer part A using the second method. So the first stage that you need to take on the second stage, it's doing what we did at the first by rewriting this polymer 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7. It's divided by x minus 1. So also here you need to find the value of x by doing what we did. In the first method, we found the value of x like this. X minus 1, we equated it to 0. Also here it's to do the same. So this and this are like terms. So I'm going to take negative 1 to this side. So it will be x is equals to 1 plus 0. So x is equals to 1. So I'll find the value of x to be 1. So after doing this, we're going to draw the long division line, which is like this. So here, we'll put the value of x here, the value of a dividend. And then in here, we put this coefficient of the polymer. So it's to begin with the coefficient which has the highest power. So in this polymer of ours, 8 is the coefficient with the highest power. So I'm going to start with 8, followed by the coefficient with the second highest power, which is negative 4 here. 8 is coming from here, negative 4 comes from here, and then 6 is the third after negative 4. And then last one is to take the number with which is constant, which is 7 in this poem of ours. So here, always begin by adding a 0 here, and then add a positive here, which means addition. Then you draw a line. So 8 plus 0 to give us 8. 8 plus 0 to give us 8. So I repeat on this part. This side you put the value of the divider which you have found to be 1. And then in here you begin by putting the number with the highest power. So in this polymer of ours, 8 is the number with the highest power, followed by negative 4, which is the second, and then 6 is the coefficient of x. It has the least power compared to this, plus 7, which is a constant number. So after writing the numbers in this division, long division line of ours, always add a 0 here. Then you start by doing this. 8 plus 0, it will give us 8. Then 1 multiplied by 8, it will give you 8. Then you add negative 4 plus 8, it will give you 4. We get the sign from a bigger number. In this here, 8 is a bigger number which has a sign of positive. So our answer will be positive. So after doing this, we're going to do negative 1 multiplied by 4. 1 multiplied by 4, which will give you 4. 6 plus 4, it will give you 10. 1 multiplied by 10, it will give you 10. 7 plus 10, it will give you 17. So the number which is on the last part is the remainder. The remainder. So this is the remainder. Remember, in the first method of ours, we found that the remainder was 17. And in the second method of ours, the remainder is also 17. So this proves that the answer is correct. Let's do part B. Let me read the question. So the question says, find the remainder when 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7 is divided by x minus 1, b 2x plus 1. So we've done this part. So we've only meant to do with this part, which we haven't done. So let's start. So in this part, I'm going to start with the second method and then end with the first method. The decision is yours. You can only choose one and master it. So let's begin. Solution. So we have the polymer, which is 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7 is divided by 2x plus 1, and we have been asked to find the remainder, which we don't know. So the first stage that you need to do here is to do like we did in the first question here. You make x the subject of formula by substituting this dividend to 0. So I'm going to have 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Remember here, you correct the right terms. Remember, when a number crosses the equal sign, its sign changes. So I'm going to have 2x is equals to negative 1 over 2 over 2 to make x the subject of the formula so that we know its value. So x is equals to negative half. So on this part, the value of x was negative half. So after finding the value of x to be negative half, we're going to draw our long division line. This is here. Okay. So after drawing this, remember the value of x is to put it this side, and then here you begin with a coefficient with the most highest power. So in this polymer, the coefficient with the most highest power, it's 8, followed by negative 4, then 6, then 7 last. In some question, you will find that these coefficients are jumbled, so you need to collect them. I'll give you an example where this polymer was brought in another way, whereby maybe the number with the highest coefficient is put here and then this comes this side. So always you need to put them in order so that you come up with the correct things on this part. So always, as I said, add a 0 here, then you draw a line, then a positive here, which means we're adding. So we start by 8 plus 0, it will give us 8. 8, oh, this is negative half, because that's the value of x. 8 multiplied by negative half, it's negative 4. Negative 4 plus negative 4, it's negative 8. When we're dealing with the numbers with the same sign, it's to add. So negative 1 over 2 multiplied by negative 8, it will give us a positive 4. So 6 plus 4, it will give us 10. So negative half multiplied by 10, it will give us negative 5. 7 plus negative 5, it's 2. Remember, the last number is our remainder. So in this part, since 2 is the last number, so this means that 2 is our remainder. So on this part B, the remainder was 2. So you can also write as 2. You can write it here, 2 is our remainder. So 2 is our remainder. So apart from this method, you can also use the first method, which is called synthetic method. Let me show you how you can go with the first method that I showed in the same video. Okay. Let us do with this method. So I'll read the question again. The question said, find the remainder when 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7 is divided by 2x plus 1. Remember, we've done this part. So I've only meant to do with this part using the first method that I showed you. I've already done it using the second method, and we have found our remainder to be 2. So going to do it like this. Solution. Let us begin by finding the value of x so that it becomes easy for us to replace it in this polymer of ours. So 2x Okay, let us first rewrite the polymer. So the polymer is 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7 is divided by x plus 1. So let's find the remainder. So we're going to find the value of x by equating this dividend to 0. So to be 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So if you see here, 1 and 0 are like terms. So I'm going to take 1 to this side. So to be 2x is equals to 0 minus 1. Always remember, when the number crosses the equal sign, its sign changes. Okay, so 2x is equals to negative 1. So we make x the subject of formula by dividing both sides by 2. Over 2 over 2. X is negative 1 over 2. So after finding the value of x to be negative 1 over 2, we're going to replace it in this polymer of ours, which is 8x cubed minus 4x squared plus 6x plus 7. So where there is x, we replace it with this value that we have found. So let's start. So I'm going to have 8 negative 0.5 cubed minus 4 negative 0.5 squared plus 6 negative 0.5 plus 7. So negative 8 multiplied by negative 0.5 cubed is negative 0.125 minus 4 multiplied by negative 0.5 squared which is here. So we're going to have negative 4 multiplied by negative 0.5 squared. So 0.5 squared is 0.25. So plus 6 multiplied by 0.5 plus 7. So let's start. 8 multiplied by negative 0.125. So we're going to have 8 multiplied by negative 0.125, which is here, to give us negative 1